All right, let's get into TikTok being taken over.
It's official. Trump just signed an executive order facilitating the sale of TikTok, America's most popular social media app, now valued at $14 billion. But sold to who exactly?
With this executive order, you will be effectively bringing into effect the agreement that will save TikTok and ensure that it can operate safely and securely.
So this is interesting because I had a very good talk with President Xi, a lot of respect for him. Hopefully he has a lot of respect for me too. And we talked about TikTok and other things, but we talked about TikTok and he gave us the go-ahead. You know, it's run by American investors and American companies. Yeah. Great ones, great investors.
Great American companies. Okay, let's see the details here. This is straight from the executive order. Quote, it will be majority owned by U.S. investors, operated in the U.S. by a board of directors with national security and cybersecurity credentials, and subject to strict rules to protect Americans' data and our national security. ByteDance will hold less than 20% of the stock as required by law, choose only one director of the 7-seat board, and be excluded from the company's security committee. Oracle, one of the nation's leading technology companies, will act as TikTok's security provider and independently monitor and assure the safety of all operations in the U.S. Oracle. You mean the CIA cutout? That Oracle? More on them in a second, but first, let's go back to Trump and J.D. Vance.
J.D. was very much involved and in charge of it, and maybe I'll have you say a few words about the deal. He would report back, and the points of the deal, I think, are great for our country. So, J.D., do you want to give it a little talk, please?
Yes, sir. Yeah, so thank you, sir, for your leadership and for your help. We really couldn't have done this without the president actually ushering this deal over the finish line. There was some resistance on the Chinese side, but the fundamental thing that we wanted to accomplish is that we wanted to keep TikTok operating, but we also wanted to make sure that we protected Americans' data privacy as required by law, both because it's the right thing to do, but also because it's a legal requirement of the law that was passed last year by Congress. So we think that we were able to do that. Of course, we're going to keep on working at it, but this deal really does mean that Americans can use TikTok, but actually use it with more confidence than they had in the past, because their data is going to be secure and it's not going to be used as a propaganda weapon against our fellow citizens.
Not going to be used as a propaganda tool against our fellow citizens. You sure about that, JD?
But we have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battle.
This was the other day when Netanyahu was in New York meeting with influencers that are pro-Israel.
Fields in which we're engaged. And the most important ones are in social media. And the most important purchase that is going on right now is TikTok.
Hold on a second. I just had to pause real quick. Did you guys hear that? Somebody said bots.
Bots?
Who are the ones accusing the other countries of using bots again? Anyway, let's continue.
TikTok. TikTok. Number one. Number one.
And I'm going to explain to you guys why the Israelis want TikTok so bad.
And I hope it goes through because it can be consequential.
Okay, all of that is very disturbing, but why is Netanyahu so confident that he can control TikTok to the benefit of Israel? Quote, turns out it didn't need to be eliminated. TikTok is a message force multiplier after all, and only requires, apparently, the right people to own it, like Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison. See, told you I would come back to Larry. He is the second richest man in the world and the single biggest private donor of the Israeli Defense Forces, someone who has referred to the state of Israel as his own. Do people not see something wrong here with an American citizen being the biggest private donor of a foreign army? That is very weird. And don't just take it from me. Take it from Larry Ellison himself, straight from the horse's mouth.
I have been to Israel. I've been to the border.
Yeah.
I have spent time to the people who...
Now you guys are probably wondering, who is this Larry Ellison guy? Bro, this is starting to fatigue me now at this point.
govern the state of Israel. And I feel a deep emotional connection to the state of Israel and the Israeli people.
Every single time, every single crime, every single lie, early lie.
We have 2 CEOs at Oracle. One's name is Safra Katz, and she was born in Israel.
Every single time, every single crime, every single lie, early lie.
So again, we love the country of Israel, and we'll do everything we can to support the country of Israel.
I'll repeat what he just said again. We will do everything we can to support the country of Israel. They've already put a former IDF soldier, Erica Mendel, as the head of content moderation at TikTok. And also, if we just zoom out for a second, the Ellison family...
Yeah, so the head of content moderation used to work for the Israeli government. What do you think is going to happen?
family now control CBS, Paramount, Warner, CNN, and TikTok. That is now a secured Israeli propaganda ecosystem. Now, Dropsite is already reporting that TikTok is escalating a sweeping crackdown on pro-Palestine creators.
Yep, they've already banned certain words. They banned the juice emoji. They're already getting a work chat.
Deleting videos, scrubbing comments, and burying posts about Gaza.
TikTok is fucking garbage, bro. I've been off that app since 2020. It's literally the worst.
They've also evidently introduced an overhaul of its community guidelines, banning users from calling the IDF terrorists and rolling out automated moderation that retroactively wipes posts. Users are reporting Free Palestine comments disappearing in real time and Israeli war crimes videos getting taken down. Wow, remember when I said more than a year ago that the TikTok deal had nothing to do with China and everything to do with Israel? Is the TikTok ban about China or is it about Israel? Well, now that the House has voted, we can take a look at some hard data. First, I went to this Washington Post article to find out who voted in support of banning TikTok and who voted in opposition to that. I then went to Open Secrets to look up who received money from pro-Israel lobbies in the 2022 election cycle. Then I matched them up in this spreadsheet. So you have column A is the member of Congress, column B is how much money they received from pro-Israel lobbies, and column C is how they voted in HR 7421. So 1 means that they voted yes in favor of banning TikTok. 0 means no, they did not. So if we just go down this
And look at how much money they all got paid. Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
list, this is sorted in descending order by how much pro-Israel money they took. Top of the list is Chantel Brown, Ohio, over $1 million in pro-Israel money. She voted